Hey everyone, it's Victor here, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever video which kind of half resembles a get ready with me, which is not something I thought I'd ever do. But basically I'm getting ready to film another video, and I wanted to do a kind of vampire-y, like casual vamp makeup look, which is kind of something I do quite often, and I thought maybe you guys would be interested to see like what kind of makeup I like to do day to day when I do makeup. Sometimes I don't wear makeup. Like most of the time I try not to, just because I like to let my skin breathe and all that jazz. I'm also a little bit nervous about going out in public wearing a lot of makeup still. I'm still a bit like I can't quite do that yet, but I'm trying to build up to doing that more. I have been so blessed by Ash the Tree on Instagram. His name's just Ash, but Ash the Tree is his Instagram name, because he got me this palette, this Revolution palette of eyeshadows, because in like nearly all of my videos and on my Instagram story I'm talking about how I don't own any good eyeshadow, and people have caught onto this and are now getting me eyeshadow, which is not what I wanted to happen. That makes me feel bad now for mentioning that, but it's very lovely. So this is a birthday present from Ash, and the colors are amazing. I especially love the gold there, and the kind of like reds and oranges are just my jam. But it's quite funny because obviously Ash didn't know this. I did actually manage to buy myself a palette of eyeshadow, which is a Revolution one. It's not the same one, luckily. It would have been weird if we bought the same one. This one's the Iconic Vitality palette, and the one that Ash got me is the Neutrals 3, I think, yeah. But I have like a lot of like oranges and reds now to choose from, which is great, because oranges and reds are basically the staple for me. Like I love the look of like reds and oranges and kind of browns like on my skin tone, and like with the kind of looks I tend to go for. So that's what we're gonna kind of do today. First, I'm gonna obviously get my foundation on, cover up my skin. My skin's a little bit better than it was previously. I've got a really good skin routine I'm doing, which I actually think I'm gonna make a video about, because I think it would really help a lot of people. Like genuinely, my skin has improved. So, I mean, it's not great. Like, it's still not great, but it's much better than it was. So much better. And it's continuing to get better every day. So, it's good, it's progress. But right now I'm just putting on my primer, which again is just my Barry M Flawless Original Primer. So my face is probably gonna look a bit weird when I put this on to begin with. Do any of you guys get that thing where like, your face gets red super fast when you like, press it? Like it indents really easily. Like if you pinch your skin, like it leaves a mark for like a good 10 seconds afterwards. I don't know if any of you guys have that, but I have that. So my face goes really red when I put primer on it. It's really strange. So now for the foundation, which is again the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions foundation in Fresh Alabaster, which works really well for me. It's honestly really good coverage, and like again, doesn't make me feel bad about putting makeup on my skin, because it's actually for like skin that has acne on it. So generally for my kind of like daily makeup, well, daily, when I put makeup on, which is like every time I go out, I always wear a full face of foundation. I just feel really self-conscious if I don't. Like, especially right now with my skin, there might come a point in my life where I can go out barefaced, but I really do feel very self-conscious about like having blemishes on show. So that's why like foundation is the one thing that I probably will make sure I get a really good one. Like I actually will, you know, want to spend that money on the foundation to get like good coverage and quality makeup, because it's worth it. This foundation was actually a birthday present though. I asked for it and my mum got it for me because it was quite expensive. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out. I will just save up. I'll sell my kidney. So you don't need to use like a super huge amount of this foundation to get decent coverage. I tend not to like really cake it on. I just basically put it on until I look less red and that my like blemishes are all covered up basically. So yeah, that's kind of the coverage I'd go for. It's kind of natural looking. It's not too matte. If it goes too matte, then it can look really like you're wearing foundation, but it generally looks all right with like, there, get a bit closer. Like you can still see the texture of my skin, unfortunately, but like, we can't really help that. The thing I always do next after my foundation, actually sometimes I do it before, but I'm just doing it next in this example, is my eyebrows, which I use it's a Collection eyebrow kit in brunette. And I tend to use kind of more recently, because my hair is darker, I tend to use the much darker, like basically black powder for my eyebrows, but I mix it in with a little bit of the lighter brown. I do like the look of quite extreme brows. It's not everyone's taste. I always mess up trying to do this bit, trying to make it look more natural. Sometimes I put the powder up a little higher on the arch here, so it looks like my brows are arching a bit more. I think it looks kind of fancy. My eyebrows are very thick. Again, that's not everyone's taste. Like, just go with what you like, really. The weirdest comment I ever got on one of my videos was, your eyebrows are too big at the end, and I have to agree with them. Thank you. Like, I know it was meant to be a hate comment, but I genuinely agree with you. Like, yeah, big at the end, big at both ends. Not sure what end you were referring to, but you know. Don't you hate that when you do one eyebrow so much better than the other? It always happens, doesn't it? Okay, so there's the brows. Next, I'm going to move on to doing a bit of contouring. I'm just going to do the tiniest bit of contouring. What I usually do is I put a little bit under my brows to make them look deeper. Under my, like, this part? What would you call this part? I've forgotten words, but here, around this area, so that it makes your eyebrows look more intense, like your brow bone look more intense. So I just use the lightest powder in my eyebrow kit, which is that one. Because this is something I would wear out, so I don't want, like, to look super, like, drag queen contouring at this point. I just want it to look reasonably natural. And then I want to accentuate our cheekbones a little bit, because the vampiric look tends to involve a lot of cheekbones. If you feel like you've put too much on, just use your foundation brush to blend it out a bit. So I'll do the other cheek. Okay. And then I tend to do just the tiniest bit here, although that is something that does look tends to look quite unnatural if you do it too much. So I'm gonna put a bit there and basically almost completely get rid of it. It does make a difference though. Just makes our face look longer. So my camera wasn't recording for quite a while, so I'm not sure what you missed. Basically I did up here, and then what I said was you can put a little bit of brown here, which is what I did, which you can probably see, but I'm just gonna try and like half do it again to show you what you missed. And put a bit of brown powder on your chin and then blend up. So that basically it looks like your chin's pointing out. I've already done it, and unfortunately the camera decided to have a hissy fit and didn't record that, but I'll get closer to it so you can kind of see. You can barely see that, but basically, I'm so annoyed the camera didn't record. I put the powder here, and then I blend up so that your chin pokes out more, and you can also take the powder up there if you want, but I'm not going to do that today. It's a bit more of an extreme look to do that, but you can, which then obviously accentuates that kind of shape even more. Before we move on to anything else, I'm going to set my foundation with some setting powder, which is just Rimmel Stay Matte setting powder. Okay, so that's our foundation basically powdered onto our face and set, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And now we're going to move on to our eyeshadow, and I think I'm going to use the Iconic Vitality palette, which those colors you can see there. And I think I'm going to first of all like basically do most of my lid in one of the paler oranges, so I think maybe this one. I'm going to do that first. Although these, eyeshadows are actually so pigmented, and I'm not used to like working with eyeshadow that works as eyeshadow, that this actually might be... Oh no, it's alright. Yeah. Basically, just a little bit of orange on the lid. I don't use any eyeshadow primers. I should probably look into that at some point. But we're basically just going to put the orange around our lid and also under. I feel like when I do makeup, I just want to look unwell. That's kind of the mood. But I suppose that's part of the vampirism, isn't it? You kind of want to look unwell. Okay, so you can see that it's quite subtle, but that's what we want right now. A little bit of orange. I'm gonna get a bit more actually, just for one of the corners. I'm going to get one of the more like burgundy colors. I've yet to decide which one. I think I'm actually going to switch to the neutrals palette and use that one there. I think that'll go. So I'm going to get that on the edge of the brush because I'm kind of going to use this as a kind of liner, I guess you'd say. But I'm going to have to be quite careful because I don't want like fallout getting anywhere. And we've got fallout already, but oh well. That's fine. So I'm basically just like going around my lid with this. It's probably a little bit stronger than I'd like it, but I think I'm gonna blur it out a little. Yeah, that is way stronger than I'd like it. So I'm just gonna blur it out. But it's kind of like a sunset vibe I'm going for here. I'm just not used to eyeshadows that actually work well as eyeshadow, so I always put too much on. But yeah, I'm a bit more happy with that. Now it's like blended out a bit more. And now we're gonna do a little bit with the lips, which is something I don't always do. I don't always add the lips. Sometimes I just finish on this. But this is a really nice color, and I use it for my Lestat cosplay, and it is Barry M lip liner, and the color is... I have no idea, it does not say. But basically it's that. It's that color, so it's like burgundy. It's like a kind of burgundy color. And what I do is, I put this on the inside of my lips. So we do a kind of gradient. So it's not the full lip, it's just the inside. Because it's quite a brown, like a brown tinted, like orangey red. And I find that's quite nice because it looks quite natural, like it looks like this could possibly be my natural lip color. So that's us basically done. That's kind of, I'm happy with that. The eyes are a little stronger than I would usually do, but that's because I'm not used to using this eyeshadow, and it's really strong and really good, like it's really good quality eyeshadow, and I've never had that before. So often I have to put a lot of eyeshadow on to get the desired effect, but I would not have to use as much next time. But that's kind of the look I was going for, and I'm really happy with that.
Perfect.
So there you go, that's my casual vamp makeup. I realized like after I put the suit on, I look like vampire going to the office. I would probably wear this going out if I was going out to dinner or something. Maybe not the teeth. I just had to add those because you know me and these teeth, I'm in love with them. I can't possibly like do a vampire look without them. Of course, you know, if you've seen my other videos, they're from Hobby FX. So if you want your own pair, you can head on over to their Etsy and take a look. There's not just these, there's like multiple choices of what kind of fangs you can get. But I really hope you've liked this video. If you want me to do more Get Ready With Me's, please comment below. If you want me to do more like makeup looks as well, let me know what you'd like to see. I mean, I'm up for trying anything really, but like I want to do more actual makeup rather than like I've done a lot of makeup transformations, like makeup challenges, which are like body paint and stuff, but I quite like the idea of trying like more actual makeup that you'd wear to go out. But anyway, I should probably get on with filming my other video, which I'm filming right now. That's the point of this video, really. But I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are and whatever time it is. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.